It's going to take 90 to 120 days to get some basic laws passed. It looks like stable coins will be the first that they regulate, and then moving from that, they'll do asset classification. But before the end of this year, I do believe very strongly that we will be on much stronger foundations in the United States and thus globally for running a cryptocurrency business.
One of the things that we have to do to operate our crypto platform is facilitate transactions and settlements between cash and crypto 24/7, particularly on weekends when the banks are usually not open and there's no way of transmitting dollars using banking rails on weekends. Stablecoins solve that problem because it's a 24/7 network that's running on software. And I think that just shows you just one of the advantages of crypto technology over the traditional financial system.
As the models get better, you'll start seeing that companies will get comfortable giving models control of certain actions, where models can go and execute on your behalf. You see that in self-driving cars. You've got AI driving the car and making decisions on your behalf on where to turn. That could start permeating a lot of enterprises. When that begins to happen and people get comfortable, you will see it's a switch. You will see it switch, and you will see that people are going to deploy AI at a large scale. At that point in time, you have to make sure that every one of these AI implementations is protected, because you don't want the bad guys to get their hands into the control systems where AI is driving many of our activities, because then all hell could break loose.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go, but clearly we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of the huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we could have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're going to get more right now with Bloomberg's Shonali Bassick. Shonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told its members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will, during that auction that we saw a little bit before. The attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets.
Now, it was not just a poor auction. It was absolutely lousy, and you know, when the dealers have to step in to save a Treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the NWO book and the Crypto Teacher book. The NWO book shows you how the world really works, and especially in the times that we're in right now, it's definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep. And in 2025, the NWO is going to turn on that alarm clock. It's up to you whether you wake up or not, whether you're going to hit that snooze button. Remember, my people perish from the lack of knowledge because they reject it. And guys, we're going to see stablecoin regulation, which is the foundation of this new digital economy, and it sets up down the road 2028, 2029 for that free money. And then also, of course, in the first quarter of 2025, we always get a correction. But we have trillions of dollars sitting on the sideline in money market accounts. And then plus, we know the Fed is going to cut rates. Not a lot this year, but they're definitely going to cut rates. So I see us getting a correction and then moving back up. And then we have the two powerhouses, China and the U.S., will step up these tariffs on each other. And of course, guys, that's going to hit certain parts of the market. But then we also have the hacks. We have the Birdman. We have the drums are beaten, and more movies to come, as we can see. And inflation is going to stay sticky, and layoffs are going to step up while they move in all this automation. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And right now we have Bitcoin and crypto moving up. Guys, don't forget we have options today. And we were chopping around the same levels. And as we see yields dropping and the dollar dropping, it's allowing cryptos to move up. And then also stocks can maintain. And we had Jerome Powell say out of his own mouth that they manipulate that long end so the markets can pump. You can't make this stuff up. But I told you the last 2 weeks of this month is going to be volatile. And I see Bitcoin getting into that 80,000 range by the end of the month. And then I also see stocks pulling back going into next month. We know Jerome Powell has to pause next month when it comes to the Fed meeting. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. Now make sure you're paying attention to the actual indicators. We had yield rates plummet. And that's the only reason why stocks are maintaining and cryptos are doing decent. And like I stated before, Jerome Powell told us exactly what they do. And they're manipulating that long end, giving these markets a breather. So if you know what's manipulating the market, you can take advantage. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, we also have the dollar down big also. And again, that's great for markets and then also great for gold. And then we have volume and crypto down. We have Tether and USDC. And we have Tether has acquired a minority stake in famed football club Juventus. And in America, we call it soccer. And then, guys, we have the Fed. Repo at $67 billion yesterday. Make sure you're pulling it on a daily basis during the week. And we know the Fed wants to keep rates high for longer to destroy this legacy market so Trump can build this fourth industrial revolution. And we're seeing all the steps being made to making that happen. Now, we have Charles Hoskinson from Cardano says stablecoin regulation is coming in the next few months. And remember, stable coins are the foundation of this new economy, and it keeps the Fed in control, but then also gives them even more power. They can be able to tell you what, when, and how to buy, and you have 3 to 6 months to spend them, or poof, they're gone. And remember, guys, this is biblical. And then we have the Robinhood CEO on the power of stablecoins, allowing transactions 24/7, which also, guys, means we need a lot of liquidity. And we know these small and medium-sized banks don't stand a chance. And that means these small and medium-sized businesses are going to fall by the wayside if they're not conscious and getting prepared to move over to this new fourth industrial revolution. And we know 90% of them are not. And then we have AI acting for you. And we already know you're going to have a digital twin. And that AI agent is going to be doing the work for you. When you look at the movie Matrix, that's all you kept hearing was agents inside the movie. And the agents were guardians of the computer-generated matrix, was to eliminate anyone who knew the truth. And we know when we look at this physical world, we see physical agents, but just imagine when you go inside the metaverse. And we know the true agenda of this digital world. Nothing is real. You're in a real-life video game, 3D printed food, 3D clothes. And in your mind, you're thinking it's real because you're getting the real feeling. And that's how people are going to get stuck in that digital world. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. I know it sounds like a movie, but remember, your life is an illusion and TV is your reality. Now we have the Bitcoin, Ethereum, spot ETFs, BlackRock, Fidelity, and Grayscale. Bitcoin, Ethereum, spot ETFs right now are up. Now we have Barclays disclose BlackRock Bitcoin ETF holdings worth over 131 million. And in the month of December of last year, we saw a whole lot of disclosures of owning Bitcoin, but that's the reason why it's maintaining this price, not being as volatile. But I definitely see that volatility will start to pick up as yield rates start to maintain higher, because the Fed is not going to be making a move. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have the Crypto Task Force explores inclusion of staking and ETPs with Jito Labs and Multicoin Capital. And again, guys, staking is definitely a security. So we definitely need rules in place. Now we have Aston Martin Aramco partners with Coinbase, marking the first Formula One deal fully paid in USDC. And we know that is all about adoption. And speaking about adoption, we have Telegram crypto wallet now supports zero-fee USDC purchases in 60 plus countries, aiming to reduce costs and boost stablecoin adoption. And we see stablecoins are being pushed globally because it's nothing but digital fiat. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And lastly, we have Gamestop is considering investing in Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies And don't forget what happened January of 2021. As Trump is leaving, Biden is coming in, and we received that big pump. And anytime GameStop is bought up, we know we always get a big distraction. And we have Microsoft, of course, is up over 20 days straight. Guys, that is impossible. But we know when an algorithm, anything is possible. And remember, the crypto teacher tells you, because he knows, when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But guys, all I have for you. Don't forget about the books. Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Drama Team save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Drama Team save New York from COVID Stories 3. Part 3. King Joshua and Drama Team goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.